The programming of the Philharmonic Orchestra, I think of it in a 2-year cycle because most of the musicians play in it for 2 years. Some are here quite a bit longer, and occasionally somebody only plays in it for a year. But within those 2 years, I want them to experience as broad a spectrum of music written for orchestra as we can get through. We're still adding works that the orchestra has never played before from the 20th century, and of course we do quite a bit of music from this century and music that is brand new, and music from voices and composers that aren't often heard in our community. So we want to have a mix of that along with some of the most famous works ever written for the symphony orchestra that people are learning their instruments because those works were written in the first place. I'm always excited to work on something that I haven't done before because one can plan exactly how to rehearse something, and then you actually start rehearsing it and challenges pop up that one didn't anticipate. Or sometimes things go smoother than I anticipate, and that's always a really happy situation. I guess I've noticed this year that Mexico is framed a little bit by the inclusion of Gabriela Ortiz, a Mexican composer, in the fall, and Aaron Copland's El Salon Mexico work inspired by a trip to Mexico on the last concert. So that was conscious. It's also, we're celebrating this year in 2025, Copland's 125th birthday, so I wanted to make sure that we played some of his music. Beethoven is always a gift when we get to play it, and when the piano competition winner, Lucy Ju, who's also a member of our cello section, chose to play Beethoven, that's exciting. So our musicians will enjoy that a lot. I wanted to do the Granger Lincolnshire Posy because that's been a work I've been associated with since I was in 10th grade when I played it for the first time. We do string orchestra pieces quite a bit. We have 2 of them on this season because we also have Carolyn Shaw's Entr'acte for string orchestra. So the wind piece is always a bit of an experiment because we got to make sure we have all the players who are enthusiastic about it, but I'm sure they will be. That's a revolutionary piece in the history of writing for winds, brass, and percussion, so I'm excited to open the season with it. I generally only program pieces I would like to listen to. I try not to program pieces that are only because, well, everyone should experience this sort of thing. You know, similar to, we all have to get our medicine once in a while, or the doctor gives us something unpleasant, and it's to keep us healthy. And I try to do as little of that as possible. I want the audience to feel like when they see an unfamiliar title or composer that because we have chosen it, it's going to be interesting and it's going to be satisfying to listen to. And also they know that they will get an unlimited amount of enthusiasm in the performance. There are a lot of pieces this year that are either new or new to the audiences, and even if we do Beethoven, it's new to our musicians. So we have a good mix of things. So when you see names like Jessica Meyer and Howard Hanson that you don't see every day on symphony programs, you should know there's a good reason for those to be there. Both of them are wonderful educators, and both of them are wonderful composers. So that concert with their music on it will be wonderful to come to. So if you're coming to hear Beethoven, I think you know why you're coming. But the main thing is come to hear PYP because it's a remarkable orchestra that is unafraid to play combinations of pieces that others would hesitate to do, and will always do them with limitless enthusiasm and a surprising amount of musical authority. So many things that I look forward to, but I know that none of it is automatic. Nothing that happens at PYP, although we've been remarkably consistent in how the orchestra plays and how it presents itself on stage, has been going on since before my parents were born. And yet there's nothing automatic about it. It doesn't happen automatically every fall. It's all has to be planned carefully, and you have to have students with remarkable character and commitment to each other, that they all know for those 6.5 days when they don't see each other, that they're all going to be doing the same thing out of each other's sight. They're going to do the work that's necessary so that when we come together, we can work and assemble the pieces in a way that is logical, so that when we get to the end of the process, something remarkably beautiful that did not exist before will happen. You know that you're going to get something that is not only giving them a great musical experience, but is really changing how they think about themselves because they take the responsibility that they've inherited so seriously.